Warning. This is not a safe space. Leave your bullshit and feelings at the door.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Now, see, everybody is awake, but you're asleep. You need to be woke.
It's time for the most raw and unfiltered experience on the internet. So kick your feet up and grab a cold one. You have just entered the Man Cave. And now, here they are, winners of the self-proclaimed International Greatest Men Alive Award, Brad and Terry.
Hey, thanks for joining us here in the Man Cave. I'm Brad.
And I'm Terry.
Hey, make sure to check us out online over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher and YouTube. If you want that full no bullshit experience, you're going to have to go over to Patreon. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
What are we drinking today?
Today we got the San Diego Pale Ale 394. It's brewed right here in San Diego by the AleSmith Brewing Company.
All right. So, we've been asleep for far too long. But now it's time to wake up. And we're going to talk about being woke. And I looked up the definition of being woke as per Wikipedia, the reliable source that is.
Where I get all my information from is the Pedia of Wick.
Right, and I know we try to stay away from politics, but I think this kind of goes into it based on not only this definition, but every definition that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Wikipedia definition says, woke is a political term of African American origin that refers to a perceived awareness of issues concerning social justice and racial justice. It is derived from the African American vernacular English expression, stay woke, whose grammatical aspect refers to continuing awareness of these issues. Its widespread use since 2014 is a result of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the reason we kind of brought this up is because, well, one, I think you in theory, you can't live your daily life without supposedly needing to be woke in it.
Right.
And if you're not woke, you're going to meet the wrath of the woke scolds.
The woke police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that derived from, I sent you an article, it's called 2019, the year of the woke scolds, that lays out that 2018 was a chaotic year. It was a chaotic year for the markets, domestic international politics, and for social mores. But 2019 promises more of the same if the end of the prior year was any indicator, and it promises something else, the continued rise of the woke scolds. Woke scolds are the new representative of moral panic. We've seen plenty of moral panic before in the United States, from worries about violent video games, which we've addressed. We've talked about that here. From worries about violent video games to concerns about allegations of sex abuse at daycare facilities, but never have we seen a moral panic of stunning breadth of today's woke moral panic. It's a moral panic that insists we change fundamental characteristics of our society, from biology to language to politics to religion to romantic relations to art to comedy. We're told that if we fail to rewrite biology to suggest that there are more than two sexes, or if we don't use preferred pronouns rather than biological ones, we inevitably create emotional and mental instability among certain vulnerable groups. We're told that if we fail to silence members of groups who haven't suffered sufficiently in the United States, we'll be contributing to the perpetuation of power hierarchies that target minorities. We're told that if we don't force religious people to violate their own standards in order to cater to those engaging in what they consider to be sinful activity, we will be bolstering religious oppression. We're told that the only proper type of sexual relation is the one initiated via contractual levels of affirmative consent rather than mere affirmative body language or acquaintances. We're told that Baby It's Cold Outside, which we've talked about, and the Philadelphia story are deeply troubling hallmarks of our sexist past. Modern rap, replete with brutal degradation of women, is just fine, in case you were wondering. And we're told that if we consider politically incorrect jokes funny, we're strengthening regressive stereotypes.
Why is I'm gonna kind of switch gears for a second here. Why is that double standard okay of the Baby It's Cold Outside kind of, sexism and all that, but then what rap music talks about. Why is that okay?
Bitches and hoes and bitches.
Yeah.
I think we addressed that in that episode. You have songs out there like that literally have the lyrics, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So it's
Right.
literally saying, she is no fun if we can't have a gangbang.
Right.
But yeah, that's a problem. That's not a problem, but yeah, talking that it's cold outside, why don't you stay and maybe we'll, have some sex.
Yeah.
That's so regressive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I think it's because we're looking for something to be mad about. And we don't want to look at like where we're at now. We're looking at back then. I don't have a simple answer for that one because it is hypocritical to say that baby it's cold outside is a problem, but yeah, songs like ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, stuff like that. Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's just an expression of speech, which is the problem that I have with most of that, of what we read, is most of it is an expression of freedom. And you're mad that somebody expresses their freedom in a different way in which you express your freedom.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of the notes I took on this is with that crowd of people, the woke scolds, one of their crowning, I don't want to say it's even like an achievement, one of their crowning things that they like to say that they are is diverse. We're the group of diversity. It's their mantra, right? But
Diversity of anything but opinion.
yeah, we want you to be diverse, and it's our mantra. But we can't be too diverse because then that strays outside there's certain boundaries to diversity that they have.
Right.
It's a group. It's diverse, but then there's this level of groupthink that comes along with it. We can be diverse, but you have to also think like this. You
Right.
cannot think outside. Yeah, if you think that there's only two genders and that it is you have a certain biology, right? Your DNA it can explain your sex. If you think like that, that doesn't fall within their diversity boundaries that they have. If you are a religious person and you, let's say, don't want to bake a cake for somebody's a gay wedding, then you're not allowed to think that.
Right. You're not woke.
Oh yeah, you are not.
Yeah. I have a question.
Okay.
If the sun is so hot, why is space so cold? The sun is cold. Stay woke. See, right? That's the woke joke that I have.
How many hipsters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
None. It's already lit, fam.
All right. Well, I have a list. It's the 6 degrees of wokeness. Now, I will start this with a disclaimer, right? There are no safe spaces and no bullshit in the man cave.
Okay. I like it. Let's dive in because if you have to predicate the conversation with that, it's gonna be good.
I'm going to go back to the definition of woke for a second, that it originated from
Okay.
African American culture and all that, right?
Okay. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. So, with that, you kind of get the idea of where the 6 degrees of woke go.
Okay.
Right.
I'm guessing I'm like probably at the -3rd degree. I'm willing to bet.
Well, level 1 is asleep. Okay.
Oh.
So I'll read the write up. This is all from theroot.com, and I've read a little bit of this. I think it's slightly sarcastic, so I don't think that. The guy writing the article starts off with "I hate the word woke," so this is it's gonna
Sounds
be
good to me.
it's gonna be entertaining. But level 1 is asleep, and I'll read the write up on level 1. We all know someone who traipses through life in a state of blissful ignorance. This category is reserved for those black people who believe they live in a post-racial America during a time when people their age just don't care about race that much. These are the black dudes in the commercials eating boneless mild wings at Applebee's with 3 white friends. These are the black women in tampon commercials biking with Becky and Susan during their heavy flow day. Oh my God.
But you're not allowed to have.
Hey.
You're not allowed to have white friends.
Well, you can. You just can't do white things with them. When white people explain how they can't be racist, these are the black friends they proclaim to have. These black folks don't like to talk politics, once voted for a Republican, state senator, and get uncomfortable if they run into one of their black family members when they're out with their white coworkers.
Oh,
Also,
so this is the group that if you're black and you happen to vote for one political party, you might as well just call yourself an Uncle Tom or something.
Also, these are the motherfuckers, that's what it says,
Okay.
who gave away our secret by teaching white people the electric slide. The identifying call of level 1, but when you think about it, shouldn't all lives matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Examples: Raven Simone, Ben Carson, black guys who wear running shoes with khakis and never seem to have a fresh edge up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we know some people. We have friends who are probably
Asleep.
asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. How unwoke
Yeah.
they are to be asleep, because we've had dinner, we've hung out, we've worked together, and they definitely think a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, nothing's wrong with that, right? You can have
They're just not woke. That's
Yeah.
the problem. There is something wrong with it. They're just not, and we probably don't realize it.
I guess. Level 2 is groggy. One day, while sleepwalking through life, Jimmy, his full name is Jamal, but that sounds so black, happens upon a video of a cop shooting an unarmed black man at point-blank range. It doesn't matter which one, or maybe Jimmy overhears one of his best Caucasian friends telling a racist joke and he realizes, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Jimmy begins noticing the things he's ignored, like oppression, racism, and historical truth. People who are just getting woke have the perpetual facial expression of someone who just walked into a gas station bathroom immediately after a person with explosive diarrhea just finished. They notice there's shit everywhere. The identifying call of level 2 is, white people did what?
Oh.
Examples: Barack Obama during his first term, Dak Prescott, mixed kids freshman year at an historical black university. Wow. So this is it appears that this article is taking a journey through a black man becoming woke.
Yes.
Right.
I can't wait for level 6.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Level 3, newly woke. If you want to keep me away from you, all you have to do is find a way to weave into our conversation the fact that you recently watched Hidden Colors for the first time, which comes standard issue in the newly woke starter pack, along with a dashiki and copper jewelry of Ankhs and Egyptian symbols.
You don't know the words because you're not woke.
I guess. The neo-woke are the most extreme segment of the woke community. Once they realize they live in a capitalistic society built on oppression, they quit they quit their good job because they can only work at black-owned businesses. They quit their church because they no longer believe in organized religion, except for Islam. They even quit their friends because all of their old associates are blind to the truth, but their real eyes realize real lies.
Ooh, I like the wordsmithing with that one. This is level 3 woke?
This is level 3.
I definitely know that we have a mutual friend who is definitely at level 3 woke.
Well, I don't know. I haven't read level 4, 5, or 6 yet, so...
I definitely know he at least meets the criteria for level 3 woke.
Yeah. The identifying call of being newly woke is, I used to be lost just like you before I opened my third eye.
Is that the brown eye on the back end? No pun intended.
Examples of newly woke people. Malcolm X before he became El Haj Malik El Shabazz. The staff of Teen Vogue, and your cousin who just got out of prison.
Okay. They do realize that Malcolm X, in the beginning, when they like to talk about Malcolm X, was all about desegregating people, which was a little racist.
Yeah. This, level 4, this is eyes wide open. This is pro-level wokeness. At some point, the newly woke realize that they still have to live and function in a racist world built on the pillars of capitalism, Christianity, and white supremacy.
Oh my.
It usually happens about a month after they leave their job and realize their landlord doesn't give a fuck about economic inequality and legalized injustice unless it comes with the rent check. They call their supervisor and ask for their job back. But for a few minutes of each day, they daydream about starting a nonprofit doing something like teaching black girls how to rock or helping young boys grow up to believe in themselves.
He's definitely at least level 4 woke now. With the
They begin to mellow and learn how to navigate the system without compromising their blackness, existing in that pocket between respectability and unapologetic blackness. They no longer seek the acceptance of white America, but they understand that not everyone who straightens their hair and goes to church on Sunday is a sellout, a lost soul, or a coon. Wow. This got intense.
yeah.
The mellowing mostly comes from growing older and wiser, understanding others, and the discovery of the calming effects of marijuana.
Oh, who would have thought that the lowest unemployment in the black community ever is probably very unwoke?
Yeah.
Because it's through a capitalistic means, and apparently, if we're just gonna dabble our toe in politics, capitalism is just the enemy. Besides the fact,
Well,
that
that's not politics. That's economics.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they
dabble.
hold
dabble.
hands. Yeah.
But literally everything in the modern world has been brought to you by capitalism. You should stand up and give it a standing ovation. The fact that such goods can come to you, like you can buy anything, anything you want outside of like human bodies on Amazon and get it delivered to you in 2 days.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes the same day.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what it is, you can get it in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
So, quit your crying.
It's
It's amazing.
The identifying call of level 4 is, do I look like I care what white people think? Examples: Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
Melissa Harris Perry, that Delta you had a crush on when you were in college.
What's it?
Like a sorority.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Delta chick.
So now we're getting into deep wokeness, right? Level 5, woke AF, right? Or woke as fuck.
I take that as a pre-workout. It's amazing.
It is actually.
I guess I'm willing to bet it does not get me to level 5 of my actual wokeness.
Okay, so first, you lock your hair. Then you turn vegan. You can't be woke still consuming animal flesh and inflicting genocide on your hair follicles with the creamy crack.
The creamy crack. Nice.
During the rare moments when you aren't telling people how long you've been a vegan on a natural hair journey, you start performing spoken word under the name Universal NRG Da Poet. You begin referring to yourself as an activist. This is also when you start adopting the vocabulary. You no longer vocabulary.
That's a
The
word.
wordplay in here is excellent.
Yeah.
You no longer discuss things, you unpack them. Everything that once made you laugh when your cousin said it at a cookout is now problematic. You suddenly notice how often you are triggered by microaggressions, like your boss asking you why you are late to work for a 4th time in a month. You quit your job again and file for unemployment because your workplace wasn't a safe space. You put in an application at Teen Vogue. Identifying call: I have beef with anyone who eats beef. Examples are J. Cole, anyone who dates Erykah Badu, and Universal NRG Da Poet.
I don't know who any of those people are.
No, I know who J. Cole and Erykah Badu are, but I think Universal NRG Da Poet is just a joke coming back.
Who are those people? The first two that you know.
They're music artists.
Oh, that's why.
But I feel like so this has been directed towards African Americans at this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like when a white person goes woke, they jump right to woke AF.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Because they go vegan. I don't know if I've met anybody who's black and is a vegan. I'm not sure I've met that yet.
Me neither. But, I mean, we just don't hang around the right woke folk.
Yeah, it's probably because we're not woke that we don't hang around those woke folk. I mean, I know plenty of people who are vegan who are white, but once again, like you said, we are differentiated. This seems to be targeted towards black people, and
yeah.
But I guess we only hang out with people who are asleep. Apparently,
I guess. Are you ready for level 6?
Send it.
It's titled Insomniac. This is the highest level of wokeosity. It is a combination of whose chemical makeup includes 73% frustration of living in a racist country, 14% listening to Hotep Cone men, Don't act like you don't know who I'm talking. I don't know who
I'm
you're
not
talking
acting.
about.
I don't know who you're talking about, man.
8% believing internet conspiracy theories and 5% deciding to stop wearing deodorant.
That's fucking gross. Those people go to the gym a lot, too.
They do. You can't have an intelligent conversation with someone with a PhD in wokeology because when losing an argument, they can always counter actual facts with, who told you that? The white man? They are more well-versed in inane conspiracy theories than Alex Jones or Jesse Ventura. You can't convince them that the U.S. Department of Agriculture doesn't put fluoride in red Kool-Aid to make black children score lower on their SATs. They have documented proof, not with them right now, but the next time they see you, they'll show you that the ancient Egyptians invented the iPhone 38 and we're just catching up. Also, did you know there's
They got that from the who's the guy that runs Ancient Aliens?
Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Yeah, that's where they got that information from.
Also, did you know there's a clause in the Constitution that says your Social Security number is actually your account number for the Federal Reserve to trade you on a secret Negro human stock market? Real eyes, real eyes.
So is
Look it up. Look it up is the Hotep version of On My Mama, an affirmation whose power ranks second only behind real talk. The identifying call of being an insomniac? That's what they want you to think. Examples: Erykah Badu, B.O.B., the guy at the barbershop who takes 45 minutes to cut your hair because he's explaining how Hillary Clinton, the Queen of England, Beyonce, and the Rothschilds run the world. The people who leave comments on the Roots Facebook page saying, y'all know they're owned by whites, they're operatives of the man, as they use a Facebook account owned by a white man. Stay woke, but not too woke.
I was gonna say level 6 seems a little over the top. So apparently you only want to achieve level 5 because level 6 seemed out there. It's like almost you.
I think once you hit level 5, you're at the point of no return. You're gonna eventually hit level 6.
Really, and it's interesting. What was the title of level 6?
Insomniac.
What is an insomniac?
Someone who can't sleep.
No. Oh well. Okay. I'm thinking of
Narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy.
Yeah.
you just can't not fall asleep.
Yeah, we're narcoleptic, I guess.
Yeah, we're perpetually in a state of the inability to control when one
I wouldn't
sleeps.
say that, right? Because I can recognize that there are definitely people that are racist in the world. It's 100% a thing. But
Yes.
the woke meter here points all to like government, higher authority as trying to hold certain people down, and that's where we're looking on the woke chart, right? And I thoroughly believe, and I think evidence proves consistently that that's not the case. So yes, I can definitely agree that there are evil, racist people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I can, but they're not making like your life harder from a government standpoint. It's not how it's working.
And if somebody is out there being a racist, like there's usually other options.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to the store and somebody's like, I ain't going to serve you. Okay. I bet there's another store that you can go to
Yeah,
and get the same thing.
You put them out of business by not
Exactly.
spending your money there. That's why capitalism's so great.
I know. Imagine that. I think it was my favorite economist, Thomas Sowell, said it empirically, it's very hard to find people who are willing to be racist and lose cold hard cash over it.
Right.
Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to say that. Well, all these people are just capitalism is greedy. Right? People are just out to make a buck, but also there's so many people who are just going to be, if we allow them to be racist business owners, that'll actually happen. Like you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
The racists will be put out of business
Because
think about us. We're white. Would you shop at a store that you found out is openly racist to black people?
fuck no.
Exactly. People will, like, on any racial issue, there's enough people out there, they will not go to that store.
The amount of people out there that don't think like that would like exclusively shop there because of that or would look past it is so minimal that if a shop owner or whatever does something like that and you make it known, their business
Yeah.
will die.
If they put a swastika, like pasted them outside, and
I'm
be
not
like,
Jewish, and I wouldn't go there.
I know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be caught dead around that
No.
place because I wouldn't even want somebody to associate that. Like, oh, you do business at that place,
Right.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Steer clear.
And then there's other things like some terms that are used in here, like, you know, white people can't be racist, right? Or black people can't be racist. And I think that's stupid because everybody can be racist.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has prejudices in their mind, you know, and it's it sucks, but it's a reality.
See, I think the woke police would tell you that you're going to be racist and you can't even help it.
I think everybody is in a way.
I think I don't know about racist. I think everybody
Has a prejudice of some sort.
is discriminatory. Think about it. You're discriminatory. Terry, I know you.
Mm-hmm.
You discriminate against fat chicks.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. If you are married, if you're listening to this and you're married, you discriminated towards other women before you selected your spouse.
Yeah.
Everybody in their everyday life. If for dinner tonight, you're going to discriminate against certain foods, right? There's certain levels of discrimination that you have and certain choices you make. Thomas Sowell wrote, my favorite economist, wrote a great book called Discrimination Disparities, where he lays out the different types of discrimination. The ones that you need to look out for is you need to make sure that people pay the ultimate cost of discrimination. The problem is actually where the government will step in and basically allow you to dodge the cost. You're not absorbing the cost of discrimination. But
yeah, my final thought on the whole woke thing as it pertains to its origin, right, is I think as you increase in level of woke, right, you only create more racial tension.
yeah,
That's where I see it. And I'm not saying that you need to be blind and look the other way when something racist happens. But if something racist happens, you can't go and now look at all the people that have some similarity with the person that committed it, because that's just increasing racial tension beyond belief and beyond where it originally was. The issue there in a racist act is between the person that committed the racist act and the victim.
yeah. I think my final thought is with sex. If there's one thing I learned this week to try to get me more, I don't know if it would be more or less woke, Snapchat. Snapchat taught me there's only two sexes.
It did.
Because I definitely took a picture, and I guess what I found out? I'm one ugly broad.
I think I'm pretty.
Yeah, you got a cute face.
It was funny. You texted me the picture of you, and then I immediately responded with the one of me.
I had to take it with my wife's phone because I do not have Snapchat on my phone, but I found out about it. But I did a nice duck face.
Yeah.
And I don't look that good. I would not do me.
I would. I saw this one picture on the internet where this guy, he took a picture of himself with the man filter, took a picture of himself with the woman filter, and then with the baby filter, and photoshopped it all together and was like, look, thanks to Snapchat, I finally have a family.
All right. As we head out of here, don't forget to follow us over on Facebook, the official Man Cave Podcast. Check us out on Twitter at the Man Cave 14, over on Instagram at the Man Cave Podcast. You can also check out all of our episodes on YouTube. But like we referenced at the beginning of the show, if you want that full no safe space, no bullshit experience, you're going to have to check us out and subscribe over on Patreon. Right now, we're doing the Salute the Troops campaign where any level that you sign up for, whether it's $1, $5, $20, you are going to be funding us to be able to send care packages out to deployed troops. If you check back on our Facebook page last week, you can take a look at the care packages and see the video that we made for the episode last week where we actually put them together. You're still going to get all the stuff that you normally get with all those levels, whether it's going to be access to the After the Show, get your man card for all the beer opening needs and all the swag that we have, but all the money is going straight to sending it to forward deployed troops. First care package heading out to some listeners over on the USS Bainbridge, currently forward deployed with the Abraham Lincoln Strike Group. But hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay with us. We'll see you next time here in the Man Cave.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Any real man would follow us on Patreon for exclusive content and prizes at patreon.com/The Man Cave Podcast. The Man Cave. No safe spaces, no bullshit.